Folks, the house that Trump built. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show, 9:19 a.m., 70 degrees here on a Wednesday morning in North Georgia. I know everybody's mad at me. Why, how could he say that? How could he label responsibility of the death of two people on Nancy Pelosi? How could he say that Democrats don't care? How could he say this is Democrat failure? I don't know. I'm the bad guy. How could they say it 7 days a week about Donald Trump? If you don't think the deep state media all day long is going to show that picture of that father and daughter laying in the water dead and not tell you that it's because Trump basically killed them, I'm serious. I know how it sounds. So, all right. Let's show people how they can get in touch with the show. All right, so we know tonight, all right, that they have laid out every single story and spun it exactly how they need it for the next two nights' debates. Watch and see. None of this is a coincidence. None. A town hall for Elizabeth Warren last night, headed to a detention center. Soap, toothbrushes, mothers with breast milk on their shirts, little 9-year-old girls helping taking care of the toddlers. I swear to, I say this, I shouldn't say it. I think what they should do is run a tractor trailer load of Mountain Dew down there and fill all their little bottles up with Mountain Dew. I can't go there. We have to stay serious. So let's go to the last coincidence. Okay. Now they are much more interested in. They're much more interested in. Much more interested in Robert Mueller. And tonight, let me say this. Let's go to the next subject, Russia meddling in our election, Robert Mueller, the Mueller report, all the above. Now, it has fallen off the radar screen, right? It's fallen off the radar screen. CNN, MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, they've all taken a big hit in ratings because they know the Mueller report is no obstruction of justice, no collusion. They know that, okay? They can't stand Attorney General Barr. So let's move on. Okay, let's move on really quickly here. So they had John Dean come up, remember that, because they couldn't get Don McGahn. All the above. They did everything, but the Russia investigation has taken a slide off of the main page. Now, if tonight nothing happened, so let's pretend when you got up this morning, there was nothing new. There was absolutely no reason to say special counsel Robert Mueller. What if you got up on the day, it's like Christmas Eve, okay? October surprise in elections. What if you got up and you were going down the road and at the top of the hour after you listened to all your foul language songs? I'm serious. I don't really listen to radio, but on a recent trip I took, we're driving and you know how a station comes on and it's got a half decent song you like and then all of a sudden you're talking and then all of a sudden you don't realize what you're listening to. Okay? So we're riding up the road and then all of a sudden Lisa looks over and says, "What do you have me listening to?" I said, "I don't know, and I ain't paying attention." "Have you heard the language? So you're riding down the road, you're listening to your foul language radio station, okay? It's got all these songs and you're bebopping to it. And then it says, ABC News, top of the hour, CNN News, whoever they have a contract with. Robert Mueller will Special Counsel Robert Mueller will testify July 17th. And you hear that little snippet all day long. What if you woke up this morning and none of that happened? What if there was no reason this morning to say Russia? What if there was no reason to say Robert Mueller, report, special counsel, whatsoever? Then tonight and tomorrow night's debate, it would totally look like, okay, the media was fueling it, putting the fuel on the fire. It would look like maybe that candidates were just talking about it for no reason. But before the debate, they get one more Christmas gift. So now tonight they have to bring up Robert Mueller, special counsel. So let's go through this quickly. I'm just telling you, if you think any of this is a coincidence, okay, all set up. Number 2. Robert Mueller to testify publicly before House committees. The intelligence. It could make Adam Schiff relevant. Now, I'm not saying he will be, but is that what they're doing? What about Jerry Nadler, Gerard? On July 17th. There is Schiff, number 3. He is a grinning like a possum. He has got an opossum. He is just a possum grinning. He's a possum eating, grinning boy right there. There he is. Last night he was on Rachel Maddow's show, and this morning, then we have, hold on, we're going to go through these. And number 6, the welcome wagon, the Hell's welcome wagon, Robert Mueller subpoenaed to testify on July 17th. Okay, and let me get a couple more here. Let's see what we got. I'll have it here. I just want to go through these really quick. Number 21, MSNBC, Robert Mueller to testify, New York Times, before House committees. All right, that's from the New York Times. And then number 25, Mueller speaks. Woof, woof. House testimony set for July 17th. And then we have, and we'll get to this in just a minute, and then we have number 34, Mueller to testify publicly before House committees. And number 35, CNN, very clever here. It's Mueller time. Very clever. I like that, CNN. And then number 39, Robert Mueller, there's the bullfrog, Jerry Nadler, right there on CNN to testify. And there's number 41, CNN, publicly testify. You just wait. I'm ready in just a second. And then give me Mueller to testify publicly on the 17th. There we go, number 43. And then let's just throw in the bullfrog. There he is. Jerry Bullfrog Nadler, ready to go. Go back to 43. So tonight, we have foreign policy, Iran. If Trump would have never taken us out of the deal with our allies, so we get to cover allies, foreign policy, Iran, how John Kerry and James Taylor, I would not get shocked if one of them said, we need to send John Kerry and James Taylor over there to sing, You Got a Friend in Me, all right? Remember that in Paris, when Paris was attacked? Oh, my God. Anyhow, so we have that. Iran just coincidentally in the last 2 weeks have fired off this aggression. That'll be up there. Mueller testifying today. Let me ask you a question. If you have the opportunity, or you were on that committee, Congressman, or if you had an opportunity, what would you like to ask Robert Mueller? Here's what I'd like to ask him. So that gets on the list. Kids at the border, kids in cages. Can't go back to that one. It's soap and water. Soap, water, towels, toothbrushes. And then you get the bonus. You get the people dead. I know, you're like, why does he say this? I'm just telling you. If you think corporate media is not sitting around, if you think some piece of garbage didn't come in and say, look at this picture, just in time, you've lost your mind if you think that people aren't like excited they got that picture to run all day for the border. They got that. They got the segregationist issue that's happened. ABC, Biden, Hunter Biden, that's happened. Just in time this morning, House passes, and what they will do, let's go to 44, okay? House passes $4.5 billion border aid bill. Revised package contains provisions for treatment of migrant children. Just in time for the debate tonight, they're going to try to pass off the look of really caring. Hold on, I got another one here. Let's see. This one I love because, hold on, I had it here just a minute ago. I love this one because I hope I have, yeah. Number 40. What about peace? What about disarming North Korea? What about a nuclear-free Korea period, North and South? What about taking that away from that whole region? Wouldn't that be nice? No, look at the CNN. U.S. and North Korea plotting third summit. They're plotting. Just in time, tonight. This has come out today. Why, sources, they're plotting. So you got that for tonight. The failed summit in North Korea and where Donald Trump has gone wrong, praising rogue dictators. That's tonight also. Then, wait a minute. How many, Josh, Google this right fast. Health providers or doctors, climate change is a health emergency. I think I had that in yesterday's pictures. And you don't need to go back to yesterday's pictures unless you can find the one I'm talking about. But doctors, climate change is a health emergency. Remember that? Look for something on that. Get me a picture of that. All right? So, just in time for tonight, climate change. A national health emergency. 911. 911. What's your emergency? I don't have enough ice. It's 92 degrees. And you called us. It's a health emergency. It's a crisis over here. It's hot. Holy mackerel. So, just in time for tonight, North Korea, Iran, crisis at the border, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, put it up. Here it is. That's yesterday. Remember that? USA Today. Just in time, right? Just in time. 74 medical groups say climate change is health emergency. 911, what's your emergency? I'm stuck in my car. What's wrong? I just pulled off the road. I'm stressed out. I just hit my outside temperature button. It said it was 93. I mean, I know it's silly. Quit being silly, BKP. Quit. I get it. Climate change is a health emergency. 74 medical groups say, let's see now, if climate change could be a health emergency, you can merge that with, what could you merge that with? Could you merge that with universal health care? Could you? Could you merge that with the reason why every American has a right to health care? Because, see, if you walk outside into that climate change, it doesn't discriminate if you're Hispanic, Mexican, Guatemalan, white guy, Latino, Asian, black guy. No, we're all walking into the same health emergency. So universal health care is a right, and it's part of climate change, which is a health emergency. And if we address climate change, those kids would not be, that kid and her dad, they both would not be dead on the border. No, I'm serious. This is the crazy things they say. All right? Just in time for the debate tonight. Just in time. Climate change. Everything is just in time for tonight. Who would have thought that all of these stories could be spun, manipulated in a 2-week period to make sure the discrimination with Joe Biden? This is Joe's chance to say that he agrees with reparations. They went to the fish fry. All is well. You know this guy here, number 51? And you know the girl with him? The gal? You know that gal right there? This is a story you might want to Google. I'm the only one. Guarantee you. The radio station in Gainesville, they're going to yak. Guarantee you. The radio station down in Atlanta, you think Eric, Big Chops Erickson's going to... Guarantee you. I'm the only one that's going to tell you this story this morning. Guaranteed when I return.